got the palms of my hands. Notice I'm not gripping the foot, I'm not squeezing, I'm not grasping, I'm not hanging on hard. And I've adjusted my feet back. I feel like I need to be back a little bit more so I can get more of my weight. And I'm straight back, I'm not bending over, not bending my arms, I'm just leaning forward. And slowly leaning forward, depending on what her body is able to do and responding to. 1, move to 2, and 3, and 2, and 1. Heel to toe, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm gonna palm press walk, PPW. That's one hand at a time. I'm palm press walking. 1, 1, 2, same spots. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just rocking my own body side to side. I'm not using my arm strength. Back down to 2, and then again to 1. Okay? And then we're gonna palm press walk up the calf. Here's a little bit of extra bonus. I sometimes, a lot of times, I'm using the outside of my hands and that nice little yummy spot in between the heel and the calcaneus, and just taking that and just providing some nice general light pressure right there. Feels really nice. I'll credit Jess, who's another teacher with Living Sabai, for showing me that and recommending that. It's very nice. Most of the clients like it. It's just hanging out there for a little bit. Nice little pressure. Sometimes I do a little rocking back and forth with little circles in 2 directions, just with that pressure. Feels nice. And then palm press walking up the calves. And again, I just mentioned the outside of our hands. That's what we're going to use, the outside of our hands. Just on the other side of the tibia bone, not on the tibia bone, and not pressed over it, just on either side. So palm press walking. All the way up the calves, up to the knee. And if you notice, I'm adjusting, coming closer to the table as I move up the legs, okay? And then you get to the knees. You're gonna palm circle the knees. I'm just gonna cut my palms of my hands, my fingers, over the knee, kind of like, and Jill likes to say it's Spider-Man, right? Like that kind of thing. And I'm just going to palm circle. And I'm not using my arms to do this. Still, stacked arms, straight arms, and I'm going back and forth, right? That's how I'm getting that, right? Just a nice little palm circles, moving that kneecap a little bit in both directions, one or both directions. And then we're gonna palm press once, palm press walk up the thigh. Now, obviously, at this point, now my hara I'm not gonna be over the thighs anymore, right? I have to do something different. Is there anybody that's working at a spa where they do not allow you to, you have to have one foot on the ground? That's called.
I used to work at massage every day.
You used to, yeah, that's a massage everything, or a few other, but so, yeah, hopefully it doesn't sound like anybody else is dealing with that at this point, so that's good. Because now you're gonna get up on the table. Just kind of come up and kneel in between the legs. If you have the legs too close, which they shouldn't be if you've done that palm press walking anyway, just expand the legs out a little bit so you have that room. And you're gonna palm press once right above the knees. Palm press together on the thighs. And again, I'm not hunched over doing this. And I'm also, sometimes I'll look down to see where my hand placement is, but most of the time when I'm doing this, I'm looking forward. And it helps keep my focus this way, it helps keep nice straight back and not hunched over, okay? And lean forward, and then palm press walking. 1, 2, fingers facing out. 3, I'll make 3, and then I will stay here for a moment sometimes. And whether I'm on the mat or on the table, I bring my heels up, gives me a little bit more weight, a little bit more pressure there without having to use any upper body strength at all. I will make one mention about the quad rolling, right? Some people have more of a tendency to have quads roll out or pop out as you're pressing. So just Go a little bit slow, sink in slow, right? If you feel like that might happen or it's starting to happen, just be aware of that. And then you come back down. 2 and 1. I'll also, we're going through the sequence of, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. That's so you can learn these moves well, right? And get the basis of it. When you're going forward, like sometimes depending on what I'm feeling, maybe I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'll do a few extra points, right? Just interpretive when you get to that point. But for the purposes of learning this, it's good to go through that sequence and then start to deviate once you get the sequence solid. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 1 up the thighs. Again, palm press once, just above the knees before you move back down to the. And you can just stay up here if you feel comfortable, or step back down as you palm circle the knees again. You're doing all these steps that we did on 1 in reverse. Okay? Just the same steps, all in reverse. Palm press walking down the calves. And palm press walking on the feet again. Again, adjusting my body. I'm working now on the feet, so I'm stepping back a little bit. Keep straight arms and use my weight. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And palm press together. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Step 2, thumb press 6 points of the foot. So point 1.